So what we've seen is this assumption, and I wrote a piece called "There Are No Children Here," meaning that, as I thought about the fact is we were creating these oh, well, we can just have online school, or we can just give these school agendas the way we normally would do them, and everything is fine, as if we don't have to account for these factors: single parents, parents who work different hours, parents who are not capable of constructively teaching their child, because that's not what everybody can't do that, um, that we all of a sudden said this will work. And also forgetting that school is a safety net for kids, preventing them from injury or abuse, and also getting them to someone like you because of depression. And so, or depressive behavior, or any type of behavior that is outside the norm, it can be picked up, and where kids spend most of their time, that is at school. As you mentioned before, this is what they have to do. This is their world. This is their job. Is school at this age, and now all of a sudden it's being taken away from them. My question to you is, I want you to describe depression in kids. You can take an age range for us, and what does that look like? And I'm not, and just give us some descriptions of what that looks like.
Well, understand that depression can occur at any age. And I've seen it, at very young ages, especially when you're looking at issues of loss. And a lot of children, people don't realize, are suffering loss right now. And
Mm,
that your whole life has changed, and what would be normal is no longer there.
mhm.
As a kid, school is everything. That is what you do as a kid. And all of a sudden now school is gone.
Right.
So, in the story of Bree, we talk about how she goes away for spring break and is looking forward to a vacation. And, for her grandmother gets sick and passes away because of an illness. And we don't say what the illness is, but also the loss of, I'm no longer seeing my friends anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So my circle or my view or my globe of life is all of a sudden switched and changed suddenly, and it never went back to normal.
Definitely.
It's one thing where you have a hurricane and you're out for 2 or 3 days.
Right.
But no, this is something where we've been out for a year.
Right.
And I can't get back to my circle.
Mm-hmm.
And so everything is now shifted, and a lot of kids are suffering loss. And so there's normal bereavement of loss of a loved one, and there's bereavement of loss of a career, there's bereavement of loss of friends, and there's bereavement of loss of school. All of that is going on.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's depression. And so the difference between the bereavement of loss and depression is lack of functionality. So a lot of kids are losing function, so far as I'm having difficulty sitting in front of so I'm here and I'm in front of the camera, but I can't seem to listen. I'm trying to concentrate, but I can't lock in.
Mm-hmm.
Normally when I would be in the school and somebody could see that I'm sad, they really can't see my sadness through the camera itself.
Yes. Yes.
But what they may notice is that I'm less likely to be on the camera. Or if they can't ask for my name, I've been asleep with my head over here, and now I'm picking up, and there's been a change in behavior on the camera. But, kids will have difficulty with their sleep, so far as not sleeping or sleeping too much, maybe start losing weight, appetite issues, not being interested in school or even activities to do with the family, even during the pandemic, feeling worthless or not feeling like they're good enough. They start to worry about their future and what will happen in my future, or will I have a future? Because I'm having difficulty academically keeping up, and this is all that I do. And I
Right.
can't even lock in on what I need to do. Will we ever go back to school?
The worry.
Losing
Worry.
family members. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people think about, well, I lost my mom or I lost my spouse, but
Right.
the child is, lost their grandmother or lost their dad. And
Right.
normally that's like the first experience of a sincere loss. Is more than likely a grandparent, but
Mm-hmm.
a loss of everything that I know. And so that loss of functionality, that sadness, that depression, that poor mood, that laziness is not always like the kid doesn't care. The kid may really be impacted by the mental health effect of what is going on. And it's been chronic now.
That's
These are very much unprecedented times
right.
for
Right.
kids to be facing this for such an extended period.